What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. I'm grateful that you are here, and in this video, I want to share with you some insight and some thoughts that I've learned in my time owning the SCE event group, and I'm sharing this insight with you so you don't make a costly mistake regarding contractors and you keep your business healthy at the same time. I get hit up all the time by people in our industry asking, are the people at SCE employees or contractors, and what's the work arrangement that you have? And to be very candid and direct with you, the work agreements that we have in place with the numerous people that work for the SCE event group are all different. It really just depends on who they are, what they do, and how they are working for and with us at SCE. We make sure that we follow the state and federal rules and regulations for how contractors or employees need to be employed by a business, and we do this with our accounting team as well as our legal team to make sure that we are operating on the up and up in terms of our business. I want to share with you something that I've seen happen time and time again to people that I know in this business in hopes of helping you avoid a mistake that could impact your business, not just from a financial perspective, but from a health perspective and a trust perspective, and that is regarding contract employee work arrangements. You need to make sure that you are covered with the right paperwork so that you don't spend more money than you need to paying these people that are working for and with you at your business. What do I mean by that? If someone's going to be paid as a contractor, you need to have the proper business documentation on file. So are they a sole proprietor? Are they an LLC? Make sure that you have the proper documentation in hand before you cut them a check. If you're working for a contractor, especially if they have employees, make sure that you have their workers' compensation insurance information before you pay these people, because workers' comp varies by state, but it's an added expense that you as a business owner paying a contractor are going to be responsible for. I know here in New Jersey, every time we evaluate our end of year expenses, workers' comp is something that kind of slides in sometimes under the radar for a lot of people. The point is, make sure that you have the documentation before you actually engage in work with these people so that you are covered, so that you don't have to spend an additional percentage or an additional amount paying for things that you might not have accounted for upon making your work agreement. If you have questions about this kind of stuff, I would advise you to speak to a certified business accountant, speak to a tax accountant that can help you sort through your specific laws in your specific area so that you, again, are covered. The reason why I think all of this matters is to keep your team healthy. The thing that you want to avoid is sending someone a 1099 at the end of the year when they're not anticipating receiving one. So let's just say you have someone working for your business, and let's just say they made a total of $10,000 over the course of that year. At the end of the year, you're going to want to send them a 1099. And why you will do that is because then it would remove the tax obligation from you and you would pass it on to them. If they're not prepared to receive that 1099 and they didn't save the needed money to pay for what they need to account for from a tax perspective, then it could create an unpleasant situation for everyone involved, and that team or that person or that group or that contractor might not want to work with you or for you in the future because they were broadsided essentially with this expense that they weren't anticipating. The reason why you don't want to hold on to that 1099's worth of financials is because if you don't pass it on to them, then you will be paying the taxes on that amount yourself. So it's either on them or it's on you, and you want to make sure that either you can account for it on your side or they can account for it on their side. And the point that I'm just trying to make is keeping your work relationships healthy. And I like to do that with a document that is signed and agreed upon at the beginning of each and every year. And now that we are in the start of 2023, I think this tip could help a lot of people that are looking to grow and might not be familiar with all of the ins and outs and laws that exist in the world from a finance perspective. So that's it. Save yourself from expenses that are unneeded. And I hope that tip helps you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. Be on the lookout for more content dropping right here on this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.